Hi, kindergartners. How do you feel when someone invites you to play with them? In this story, the kids help Z learn that it's kind to include others when they play. There are many ways that you can make sure that everyone feels included. No one feels left out. As you listen, pay attention to how Z and the kids figure out ways to include others in their game and make everybody feel welcomed.
One afternoon, Z, Kenny, Gabriel, and Kayla were straightening up the treehouse after a busy day of playing. Suddenly, Z exclaimed, "Look, everyone! Look what I found!" Z had discovered a big box with a stack of old drawings inside. The kids gathered around Z and began looking through the pictures. "That's me," said Z, holding out a drawing of when Z arrived on Earth. "I made that drawing," said Kayla. "I remember going outside and finding you and your rocket ship behind the bushes. I was so excited to meet you, but also a little nervous." "I used to feel really shy too," said Z softly. "I didn't know anything about kids." Gabriel gave Z's hand a squeeze. "But when we played together and found out what we have in common, right? Now we know a lot more about each other." Z pulled another drawing out of the box. "Now I remember something that we did not have in common," said Z, pointing to the picture of a caterpillar. "We did not all like bugs." The kids laughed. "You're right, Z. We all wanted to do different things with the caterpillar you found in the treehouse. We really had to figure that out together." "We took care of the caterpillar for a long time," said Kenny. "Do you remember how much fun it was when it changed into a butterfly and we let it fly away?" Everyone nodded and smiled as they thought about that day. Then Z held up another drawing and looked a little sad. "The day that some of the kids made a birdhouse wasn't a very fun day," said Z. "That was the day when we hurt each other's feelings. I didn't think we could still be friends." "Don't be sad, Z," said Gabriel. "Sometimes it's hard to get along, but we always work it out, and we're all still friends." Z smiled. "You're right. Everyone has helped me learn so much about how children on Earth get along with each other." Z kept digging through some more drawings. "What's this one?" Z asked in a puzzled voice. Kenny started giggling. "That's a drawing I made of you one day when you had the ziggles. I will always remember the way you dance when you feel ziggly." Z wiggled and twirled around. "Do you mean like this?" "Yes," answered the kids. "Ziggly just like that." "And here's how we helped you calm down when you got too ziggly," said Kayla. "It's a picture of the bubble machine." "Oh, I remember the bubble machine," said Z. "We used to lay in the grass and watch the bubbles and talk and laugh for hours. That was one of my favorite things to do with my friends." Z and the kids spread the rest of the drawings out on the table. "We sure had a lot of good times together," said Gabriel. "I think I'm going to remember all of my friends at the treehouse even when I'm a big kid." Z thought about all of the kids from the treehouse and the time they had spent together. Z smiled and felt warm inside, and Z hoped that they would all be friends for a very long time. Z says, "Whenever we're together, my friends help me discover how children on Earth get along with each other." Z wants all of you to remember the time you have spent with your classmates and the ways you have grown and learned and changed together this year.
Your silly smiles bring me laughter. That's how we are together.
sometimes okay to say no to someone who wants to play with you? Maybe. It's okay when I want to play alone, when there's not enough room for everybody to play, or if there's not enough toys to share. But how could you kindly say no? Well, you could explain why we can't play together, like there's not enough room or there's not enough toys. You can offer to play with them later. You can say that you can take turns with the toys. If you want to play with someone and they say you can't, what could you say or do? You could ask them if they want to play later. You could ask somebody else if they want to play with you. Or you could ask an adult for help in joining in with the other kids. Practice these at home. Make sure that your brothers and sisters feel included. See if they want to play with you. And when they ask you to play with them, remember to be kind.